Welcome back to Just Scribble. Today I'm going to do a plan with me video of this week and next week, the last 2 weeks of November. I wanted to share with you how I do my layout, which I've really been liking. I've been using the same layout for I guess a couple months now, and I'm really enjoying it, but I'm going to do something a little bit different next week because it is the week of Thanksgiving and there's a holiday for me. I'm on vacation some, I have company coming into town, and so the week is going to be a little different and a little less structured. So I decided to do something fun in my planner. So I thought we would plan out this week and plan out next week and get us till December. I will try to do a flip through of my whole B6 Plus from Leuchtturm at the end of the month or at the very beginning of December, because it will be full by the end of November. And then I'm thinking of doing something a little bit different in December because it is a month of traveling and holidays and family and a lot more memory activities or journaling activities, I guess. And so I'm going to try to do something a little bit different, or I plan to do something a little bit different. So once I figure out what that is, I will do a December plan with me as well. But I wanted to do this November plan with me. I wasn't able to do the first 2 weeks with you guys, but I figured at least 2 weeks is better than nothing, especially since my weeks are pretty consistent and these last 2 weeks of the month are when I'm doing something a little different. So I'm gonna grab my stencils that I'm using as a ruler today, just because I don't have my ruler handy. It is in the other room. And we are going to do a plan with me. So I did draw a little outline, I guess, a little mock-up map so that I had something to follow, just to make the process a little bit easier for you guys and for me, so that the video wouldn't be too long and too detailed. So I think I mentioned this in my last plan with me video, but the pens that I use for my outlines of my planner pages are these Copic multi-liners. I either use the cool gray or the warm gray. I find that I like having the lines be a little less bright and dark, so that the content of my planner stands out more than the lines themselves. So I am actually going to use the warm gray for this week and next week, because I am using this kind of goldenrod washi and the sticker that I showed the other day in my crafty consignment video, and I'm using a washi sticker and this washi tape for next week's layout. So the warm color kind of goes with it. So I'm going to start drawing, and hopefully you guys find this helpful and useful. I'm still getting used to the process of talking to you guys while I'm doing my layout. It's a little bit different to talk and draw at the same time, and hoping that I don't cover up too much of what I'm doing with my hands while I'm trying to draw. I do move my book around a lot when I'm drawing my grids, just because it's easier for me than drawing at other angles. It's just easier to move it. I did draw these pencil lines a little darker than I had intended, and so I will go back and erase them afterwards, because I don't need to keep them on there, but I thought it would help a little bit with the video. So I've been using this kind of bullet journal-esque layout for a while now, and I'm really liking it. It has its pluses and minuses, right? The plus being that I can change it at any time if my needs change, like they are next week with the holidays. I can completely change it up. I can doodle in it or decorate it more or decorate it less, and I have all the page space to work with depending on what I want. But at the same time, it takes time to do it. And so that is, I think, the one main drawback. If you have a really busy week, it's hard, or month, it's hard to keep up with. But once you kind of find the layout that you like, you can at least do that layout every week of that month, just to kind of keep it consistent. And you can do less trial and error and less, I guess, changes in a busy month. And you can save the changes and the tests and the trying new layouts and new designs and new decor for the times when you're less busy. So that's at least my take on it. I do find that it is very freeing to not have to use a set layout, and because I have to be digital at work for my planner and my schedule, we schedule everything in Microsoft Outlook, and everyone has access to be able to see your calendar and all of that. And so I don't need a monthly layout for planning, and having one in my book always made me feel obligated to use it for something when I didn't really need it. I am still playing with like a monthly overview or what kind of monthly details I actually do need, but so far what I've been doing is working okay. It's not necessarily, I guess, the best, but it's working okay. So I'm going to erase some of these lines I drew in pencil just a little bit, just to make it a little cleaner looking so you guys can see better. I did go out of the lines just a little bit in certain spots, but it's not like it has to be perfect. It's not like your planner's being checked or reviewed by anybody else. It's for you, right? And its purpose is really to be functional. I just realized that I'm erasing and it is jiggling the camera. So I apologize for anybody that I'm making motion sick by doing that. All right, so this is my overall general layout. I need to add a line here. But this is my overall layout. So this is my week across the top for events and appointments and things like that. This is for my shopping list. This is for our menu for the week. This is for my to-do list. This is for future don't forget kind of things for the next week. And that's about it. So we're gonna write shopping. Blotter paper is always helpful so you don't stick your hand in wet ink. The pen I'm using is a Pilot envelope pen. I do use fountain pens a lot, but I really like these pens. They are very black, they dry fairly quickly, they're super smooth, and I just really like them. I don't know if you guys have ever used one. So that is the overall week, and now we just need to date it. And decorate and fill a little bit in. What did I just do? See, I told y'all I can't always do this very well when I am talking, but that's okay. It will survive. So I am going to use this brown pen. And to fill out some things, let's see. We are going to see Frozen 2 on Sunday. And potentially go to that. Let's see. We have a potluck at lunch on Thursday, and my kids' Thanksgiving at school. Let's see, potluck on Friday, Thanksgiving on Thursday. And today was my son's field trip, and I chaperoned, so that was our day. So that's a little bit of it. I'm not going to fill everything out on the video, but that gives you kind of an idea. So this is a printable that I got from Crafty Consignment, and I watercolored it, and I thought it was pretty for the season. A little bit of washi for some color because it's fun. No other reason. So I'm going to add my month sticker here. Looks like this from Ink by Jung. And then this layout page is going to be complete. So let's do that real quick. I know I've shown these before. They are monthly washi strips. And you just find the one that's the right one. And then if you have a month that doesn't have 31 days, you just cut out the 31. And then you just paste it in. Now I do have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc. sticker that goes right here. But I left it at work. So showing a friend this stickers, this washi set, and took that and a sample with me to show her. And I left it at work. So we are not going to use that. And instead, we're going to stamp it. I have these stamps also by Ink by Jung, which I have a whole set. I'll have to do a stamp video soon, just so you guys can see it. But I'm just going to try to carefully line it up and press and lift it off. It's pretty good. Works just as well. So let's move that to the side. So this is kind of my standard layout. I'm going to go back later and fill in some of these things and fill out some personal information in my calendar and the rest of our menu and a shopping list that I need to do for the potluck and for Thanksgiving, because I need to get all that this week since the store will sell out of some stuff. But this is my overall planner layout for the week. But next week is Thanksgiving, and I've got vacation, and I've got company coming, and I've got fun stuff planned. So I decided that I would try something different. I don't need all the same sections. I don't need as much to-do stuff because we're going to be too busy for me to get normal tasks done and everyday things. And we're going to be having fun and journaling, making memories with my parents. So instead, I am going to change the layout to something that's a little more fun. So I have this large washi sticker that I am sticking into the center of my page, like that. And I'm going to build around it for my planner. So for this, I'm actually going to use my play color dot. So it is a dot on this end, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. And then it's a like a fine liner kind of on the other end. Since this is a very brown motif, I am going to use that. So I will say rulers are great, but stencils like this one, which is from Jaboon, and the ones from Hobonichi, they are an awesome alternative, especially if you are in the very front or the very back of your book. So since I don't have very many pages left, there's like a big bump on this side and not very much pages on this side. And so when I'm using a ruler and just going a short distance, it would work fine. But when I get to the part like here where it needs to go into the curve, a ruler doesn't curve, so it's going to stand up straight and make it hard to get a straight line. And so the stencil allows me to actually curve to the page, so the lines are better and I can get a full line across there. That makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. You can see that I drew pencil lines around where I thought the sticker was going to go, and I didn't get it exact, but that's okay because they will erase, and it was just for a guide so that I could space things out. I did pretty well on this side. You can't even see the sticker, or can't even see the pencil. But over here, not so much. All right. So this is kind of my basic layout for this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's kind of how I'm going to do it. So I think I'm going to use the brown marker again, just so that it's pretty. And I'm going to write I guess here is fine. Wasn't sure if I should put it all the way over there, but I think I like it there better. So this space up here, I'm going to kind of use for just notes, whatever I might need that doesn't really go onto a specific day. Since I'm doing all of my Thanksgiving shopping for food this week, I don't really need a shopping list, and because of Thanksgiving and company coming in town, I don't need to plan out our meals in the same way as I normally do. So I don't need that spot as well. But if I wanted to make a note for something for Black Friday or a reminder about something, I can use this space here for that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, oh, I didn't want to use that one, did I? This one, because that matches better. So I'm going to tear that and tear that. And then I'm going to use my little cutter bee scissors, and I'm going to make this into a skinny washi tape because I don't want the thickness of it. So that way I can kind of use that to mark my little notes area and make it stand out a little bit as being, oops, too high, as being different than the rest of the planner page. I never really measure this stuff. I just kind of eyeball it because I actually think it looks better if you just kind of guess. I do think that's crooked though, and it's going to annoy me, and I'm going to mess with it. So see if we can get it on straighter. That's better, right? So now this is kind of like my little notes section. You'll notice I did put little post-it notes with the dates so that I would not forget which day was which. It obviously didn't help on the previous page. 8, 9. And then I'm just going to write in a couple things. So we're going to write and so that is kind of my layout for that week. So this is definitely a different layout for me. I do like it. It has lots of space. It would not work for me in a normal week. I need to have my large to-do list because I am a overestimator, I guess, of how much I can get done. And so if I put my to-dos on individual days, I'm moving them forward and migrating forward and migrating forward, and I don't get them done. And it's stressful and it bothers me. So I found that it's better to come up with what I really need to accomplish for the week and give myself the full week to get it done. And so I find the day that it works, and only putting the things that have to get done on those days or that are scheduled for that day, is like appointments or luncheons, things like that. And I need a shopping list so I don't forget something. And so all of that is important to me. I'm gonna fix this washi tape real quick because it is a little off also. It needs to be there. It needs to be in between both boxes. So this layout works really well for me on a normal week. I'm not saying this is the layout that I'm going to stick with permanently, but so far it's working and I'm really liking it. So even if I change from a B6 Plus, which is what this is, to a B6 or back to a B6 Slim, I would try to do some semblance of this layout. But I do really like this for the holiday week. I think it's really cute. I think it turned out well. I think it's functional, but still fun. And it looks a little different, so it designates that this is a week that I'm doing more fun things and less, normal day-to-day activities, and so that's kind of nice too. I'll probably add more stickers and decoration to it just because it is a different week for me and not a standard work week. But this is the overall before the pen layout. So that is my little plan with me video. Hopefully it made sense and you guys find it helpful. I will definitely be doing a flip through of all of it as soon as it's full at the end of the month, so shortly after the end of the month. And I will definitely talk to you guys and do a plan with me for December once I come up with the final determination of what I'm going to do for December, since I'm doing it different for the month of December because I don't want to start a whole new book and then have it carry into next year. For some reason I want it to end at the end of December and be done and start fresh January 1st. So I have to figure out something since I don't have enough days left in here, and so I'm going to do something slightly different that hopefully will have more ephemera and mixed media and journaling in it, since it will be a month where I have more time to do that type of stuff, just with the way work goes and traveling and things like that. So that is my plan with me. Here is my normal week. Here is my fun holiday week. Right now my B6 Plus is in my Getty from Sojourner. My little dog slid down in there. I'm gonna peek her back out. But I have nothing else in here right now because I don't need my son's insert right now, because next week he's on holiday and this week was field trip and stuff, so I don't need it. And I don't need all of my accoutrement for the next 2 weeks, so I slimmed it down and made it thinner. And it's just my pen and my Leuchtturm and little leather bookmark. So that is my little plan with me video. I hope you found it helpful and useful. If you have questions or comments or helpful tips or thoughts on things that I should do differently or that you like that I might want to try out, please don't hesitate to share them below. Make sure you're subscribed so you can catch my next video. And don't forget to just scribble.